So today we were taking a look at how native video, actually native outstream video, impacts the path to purchase. So for years at Sharethrough, we've been conducting a lot of research around where's people's attention as they're scrolling through feeds of content, both from a publisher standpoint and social standpoint. And we even did some interesting neuroscience studies with Nielsen to understand how to actually be better at grabbing people's attention as they're scrolling through content, because the world that we live in, the world that Facebook and Twitter and Instagram have really developed and we've brought to the publisher side, is ads need to earn attention instead of forcing attention. So there's this kind of whole movement away from finding ways to force attention on people, because people are much better at skipping ads and not paying attention to them. And so today we shared some research that we've done that actually got even further down the funnel and looking at how do actually native outstream video ads impact everything from awareness to actual online behaviors to even in-store foot traffic. So we've done a number of case studies working with everyone from Placed, who measures in-store traffic, as well as like Millward Brown, who can measure things like how does an ad impression impact search results, or how does a native ad impression impact even your net promoter score, and those types of things. So we've been seeing some really interesting actual tangible data of how do we get beyond just clicks and completion rates and look more beyond that, because those are supposed to be metrics that are in service of, at the end of the day, growing your business, getting people to purchase your product or visit your store or whatever it is. So it was pretty exciting to actually share some of those really tangible results today. I think if you look at, it's probably about 3 years ago or so when Facebook introduced their kind of instant play videos that start playing once they come in view on mute, and you can kind of choose to watch it or scroll past it. And I think it's in a very short period of time, it's actually changed a lot of our behaviors, even just as regular people and consumers, where we're watching more video than ever on mute. And it's funny how actually reading is becoming important to video watching, which is kind of a weird dichotomy there, but how things like even just like starting with the headline of a video becomes important to giving you context about what video is actually playing on the page right now, which is a slight deviation from pre-roll, where you have to watch this video to get to the next piece of content, even though you're probably going to hit skip or not pay attention to it. This is like, how do you first and foremost grab someone's attention with whatever that kind of leading headline is, and then think about even how do you add text to your videos themselves. So something as simple as adding captions to existing video content, whether it's TV spots or made for web content, or even looking at some of the top publishers that are really winning in this kind of muted video in-stream world. So like I look at Now This, they do an amazing job of, they've grown a huge audience of people that prefer to watch video on mute, and they can get their daily news stories while they're scrolling through Instagram and Facebook, and they have a Snapchat channel, and you can watch it all on mute because it has so much bold text and everything in it. Or even like Tasty from BuzzFeed, those hands and pans videos that have really quick instructions on how to make these things that you probably aren't actually gonna be able to make as beautiful in your own life. But even just taking some of those cues of some of those guys that have, those publishers that have really won this environment, and seeing how advertisers are at least taking cues from them around, we should be adding more text to our videos, or even just simply adding captions, or just seeing how do we, instead of running away from this fact that almost like 80–90% of people watch videos on mute, how do we just even do simple things to our video creatives to better earn that attention and match with the way that people prefer to watch video these days. Sharethrough's kind of existed off for years around how advertisers are thinking about ads can both fit in, but they should also add to the user experience. And so sometimes it's literally repurposing TV spots, but sometimes it's actually making their own content that's made for web, and that generally performs better. But in the early days, it was a lot about that user-generated content. We worked a lot with like even YouTube, and that was kind of a theme for a while. But I think the thing that's kind of lasted throughout these, even the last few years, is this concept of authenticity. I think those are the types of videos that always win out, when you can show authentic reactions to real-world events instead of more like staged, putting people in inauthentic places and pretending like you're capturing an emotion. That like real, raw capturing of emotion is generally what wins out. And I think Heineken's been doing a great job of that for a lot of their campaigns. Most recently they had I forget the name of the campaign where the two people sat down together, but getting those real people together, showing real emotion. They've done a really good job of kind of having that theme throughout a lot of their kind of made for web ads.